Okay, we are live. Welcome to Funding Fridays. I'm Senator Porter. I'm your host today. And today I'd like to talk about a strategy that is kind of underutilized. A lot of people don't know how it works or that it's even possible. And I want to talk about assuming a mortgage. So, if you are looking right now in the market and there was a big announcement about the Fed cutting interest rates, they're talking about they're cutting rates three times, and that's wonderful news because that will not only help with kids with purchasing of homes, but even just consumer debt, credit card, things of that nature, so that people can get out of these higher interest rates and make things more affordable. That's why you know, everyone's really been pushing for the Fed to cut interest rates. Rates haven't actually gone down very much in the last few years, and it's making it very hard for us to afford things. And that's why you see rates and of goods and services going up. But um, I want to talk about a strategy that you could use where you're able to actually purchase a house and assume the mortgage. And by assuming that mortgage, you get the actual seller's existing interest rate. So if they purchased during the time of COVID, they have a really wonderful interest rate. Some of these rates are even under 3%, but definitely under 4%. And for them, they want to move on. The market's kind of stuck at the moment, so they can't really sell the house because if someone were to buy their home at the current rates, they may not be in the best financial place and they want to move on to the next part of their life. So they're willing to give you their existing interest rate. So let's talk about assuming a mortgage. There are two loans that are assumable that I can think of off the top of my head. They would be the investor of Ginnie Mae. So we're looking at VA and FHA loans. VA and FHA loans, depending on the bank that services the actual loan, the loan can be assumed. So what that means is if I have a rate of 2.75%, I'm a veteran and I'm ready to sell the property, but everybody looking at the property, they're getting a rate over five, over six, and some people even 7%. And for the price that I want to sell it at, they are not able to afford the house. So people just keep looking at it, and then what they're going to do is counter offer what the market is and want me to sell it to them at a cheaper loan amount. But it gets to a point where you can't discount it enough, where it will be able to cover my existing balance, and I'll be able to walk away with money to go buy the next house because I'm going to end up paying market rate for the next house. So then what's happening on a global standpoint in the United States is people are just kind of stuck. So they have an awesome interest rate, awesome payment. They may want to move, but they just can't because if they were to make that next move, they're going to have a higher interest rate, which means their costs will go up when everything else is going up. It just isn't the best time for that. So what the assumption can do is be a bridge or a solution to do it. So some questions people will have is, well, how do I find um, an assumable mortgage? Some people may offer that. I know that there's realtors that offer that on products that are listed, but I found an actual website that will show you homes that they have that are assumable. So I'm going to show you this website. It's called Rome. Share my screen. In a second. So what this website does is they direct you to the person selling the property, and you can work directly with them and the realtor, so that you're able to buy the property from the owner. So it's a really cool website. Um, how to go through it. So they have a map where they actually have properties in the markets that they service. As this probably gets more popular, more people start to use it. So they have agents that are working there, and you can even list your property. So let's say you're one person that wants to sell your home, and you're willing to actually forego your interest rate, and it's assumable. You can actually use them to sell your property as well. So here, let's look at California because that's where I'm at now, and see what type of inventory they have out here. So I'm in San Diego, so maybe we should have said that San Diego. So in San Diego, there's inventory where you can buy now. As you can see, we got rates of 4.125%, rates at 2.25%. This is by Cowles Mountain. If you're not familiar with this area, really nice area. Um, there's a actual mountain you can see in the back, and people hike that mountain. Well, one of my best friends, we used to hike it every morning before we go to work. It'll take you about 30 to 40 minutes. Get to the top and bottom, you're able to see all of downtown and into Mexico. And this is a really nice home. Like, let's take a look at the house, all updated. So I like that the homes on the website are turnkey, don't need any updating or anything like that. Um, and this place is ready to go. So let's go back and look at the terms. So looks like they want $1 million for the home, just over 1 million, and they're giving you a rate of 2.25%. You see right here. So that's a payment of 41.77 a month. And looks like this is a VA loan. So this person is military. They're willing to forego their interest rate. So what you have to do, so they have the actual property on their website. They have people to help work with you for that. You have to still get approved by a lender. So let's say, for instance, I was pre-approved. I was looking for a home. Here's where I could shop for the actual property, and then I work with this um, company or their sales representatives to buy the home. Um, Now you have to put down the down payment on this. So it looks like they want a down payment of 369.51. So let's walk through a strategy or scenario that where this could work. Let's say I bought my house during COVID and I have quite a bit of equity, but when I want to sell it, I can't sell because, if I were to sell it, I have to take today's rates. Today's rates are a lot higher than 2.25%. So it's not worth it to sell. But let's say, for instance, I could sell. Let's say I'm going to get, you know, $500,000 in equity. I've had my house for several years. The value's gone up quite a bit. Um, After paying like fees and closing costs, I will have money left over. I can put that down on this house, and then this person will give me their rate. So I still have to get approved by a lender. They'll make sure that I'm eligible credit wise and income wise to afford the payment, but I would have to do that no matter what. But the beauty about it is I get a rate of 2.25%. This person gets to move on with their life. The remaining years of this is 25 years, 9 months. Remaining balance is 729. So they get what they want. I get what I want. I believe you can even negotiate this maybe depending on the person's situation. Has the listing agent right here. So if I have a realtor or I didn't have a realtor, actually it's with Black Label. Shout out to Black Label, Mark Casada. They got an event happening on next month. I believe it's on the 2nd. So if you're in town, make sure you check that out. But yeah, I reach out to Anthony or have my realtor reach out to Anthony, and we try to work out a deal here. So it's beautiful home, great location, wonderful rate, great price. So this would be a strategy that I'd recommend. You talk to your realtor about it. You go to the website. You keep an eye out. You start looking around, um, and you don't have to wait for the Fed to cut rates to get a good rate. And they have properties all over the place, and not just in California, like Arizona as an example. Or wait, let's look at inventory Arizona. So it looks like they have a lot of inventory in Arizona. So sounds, or wait, this is Orlando. That's Florida, Arizona, Phoenix, Arizona. Sorry about that. Yeah, so a lot of inventory in Phoenix as well. So here's another house, 2.5%, or no, 2.75% down payment, 107,000 in Arizona. This is a FHA loan. So you give them their down payment. You got 25 years, 11 months left remaining on this loan. Same thing. Like what I like about this site, all the homes seem to be in really good condition, so they're turnkey. Don't have to do too much. Oh, where's another place that people like? We have Florida up there, so might as well go back to Florida. Yep. So let's say I want to move to Florida. We got Key West, Miami. Let's look at Sarasota. Shout out to Diamond Dave and Andrew Restrepo and my crew down in Sarasota. So let's look at this house in Sarasota. 450 grand. It'll be down in Florida, in Sarasota. Siesta Keys is one of the nicest beaches in the world. Get a rate at 2.5%. Payment is $22.49 a month. I paid way more for my my condo in Little Italy. Down payment 115. It's a VA loan, 2.5%. How many years is left on this one? 25 years and 2 months. So whoever this owner is, you would make a deal with them, take over that mortgage. How far is this from the ocean? That's what I want to know. Okay, not too far. Not too far from the ocean, but you're not on the ocean, but you're close. You're close. So yeah, I like this. Um, what were some of the things I wanted to cover? So obviously, you'll have to pay closing costs and stuff like you would for a regular loan. So that's not a issue. But and getting that rate at 2.5% would be amazing. Um, you sell your home, that will help you with the down payment. Or maybe you could even list your home with the same website. Wall Street Journal, um, WSJ, like all different people have discussed this. So I think it's a awesome opportunity. Oh, let's talk about that. So there's a one-time fee that you have to pay them. It's 1% of the purchase price. So that's something that I guess that's how they get paid for setting all this up. That would be part of your closing cost to consider. Um, but you get a lot of savings. Agents that you know, like your realtor, could sign up to sell homes on this site as well. So that could be very helpful. Let's see. So low rate included, save over $100,000. Typical buyer save over $100,000. Closes within 45 days, so it does take a little longer than your traditional because I'm assuming they have to verify your information, not just close the loan. Like you can close a loan on a traditional purchase, it's just one bank looking at it. But I'm assuming this is your bank working with them and then working with the current lender. If you guys have the same lender, it may happen a little faster and it's risk free. If you don't like the new home, they'll buy the house back from you. So you really have nothing to lose. So this is a really great tool. Really, really great tool. Abel, what's happening, brother? How are you, my man? Let me know if you have any questions. But yeah, I'm gonna put the link for this website in here. So these are some of the. If you don't know already, I have a school community. I meet with people in my school every Wednesday. We call it Wealthy Wednesday, and we discuss strategies like this. Last week we discussed credit. This is something that I think is important because a lot of people are in limbo waiting for the Fed to cut rates. This will give you more control because you don't have to wait for the Fed to cut rates. If you're already pre-approved, depending on where you want to live, go on to the website. As I showed you, I mean, if you were to move to San Antonio, tons of places, 2.75%, 2.75%, 3%. Um, if you had a budget, let's say you want to stay under 350, like this house right here, 3.2%, cheaper down payment, smaller home, of course. Um, Now you're looking at 1,500 a month. Lot more feasible. It's doable. You'll be taking over their FHA loan. So you get what you want, they get what they want. That's how you succeed in life. Give people what they need and want, and you'll be successful. Let's see. Is there any other places that people would like? They had the map. Oh, they got Austin in here. Austin. Yep, got homes in Austin. All different prices. So another tip: if you sell your house in California, you move to a place like Austin. Don't go crazy and buy a house 3 times the size of the current house that you have because the taxes are higher in Austin for the property, and then you have to worry about electricity and insurance. So a lot of people will sell their house here. They'll go to Austin. They'll buy this big, ginormous home, and then their expenses go up. And one thing we cannot control is utilities. Utilities can always change. So that's something that I will warn you about. Um, let's look up here, North Austin. I want for like 300, 319. See this house. And man, every house that I've seen on here is clean. So you got a rate of 3.94%. Never seen a rate like that before, but okay. So right under 4% for the interest rate. Purchase price 318,900. Down payment almost 157K. This has association, so you will have HOA, but looks like it's $24 a month. It's nothing too crazy. You gotta have homeowners insurance, and you have to have life or excuse me, loan insurance as well. So because it's FHA and you're putting less than 20% down, they're going to require you to have the homeowners insurance. And it looks like They've been living here for just almost 8 years, 22 years and 3 months. So you have your remaining balance and you live here based on this loan amount. 1% would just be under $3,200 in fees. So yeah, this is a good house. Just based on the photos, really clean, top tier. I like this house for sure. The bathroom with subway tiles and everything. So turnkey, updated. You don't gotta do much. 2-car garage. I'm spoiled. I live in California, so Austin is beautiful, but it's hot. Too hot for me. Let's see what other states we want to look at. I want to look in Tampa. Let's look in Tampa. For those who don't know, I moved from San Diego to, or moved from Tampa to San Diego. So let's see what we can get out here in Tampa, Florida. It's been on the rise since I moved. South Tampa, and they got multi-million-dollar houses. Look at this one. So 5.4% jumbo, 2.5 million. So let's say you have your house in Del Mar and you want to sell that house and move out here, um, buy this juggernaut of a home. Like, down payment doesn't make sense though. Amount financing, they literally want you to put almost all the money down on this one. So it's a different deal. I don't like that one. Might as well just buy the house. You need 41,000 left or 30,000 finance. That's not gonna work. So they must be a veteran and they need all their money to move to the next thing. But I mean, you're not even gonna have that loan for very long, 7 years maybe. So I don't know what your strategy would be with that, but I don't want to recommend that one. Let's look at another house. That's a beautiful home. Okay, so this one seems better. So it looks like the jumbo, you require to put almost half the money down on a lot of these. But I mean, depending on where you're coming from, that's a possibility. So this new construction, you raise 3%, payment 43.27. The photos. Pretty nice. So it's clean. The thing I like about this website is it's free. So you don't gotta pay any paywall or whatever. And just like Zillow, you can go in here and look. If you want to be more by the water, over here in Clearwater. Yeah, all the Florida deals that we're looking at, they don't seem as good. They give you a good interest rate, but they want you to put down um, quite a bit, like over half the down payment versus the other homes we looked at. See if we can find one in Florida that's just normal. 370. One kind of by the water, a little older, 3.35% rate. VA loan, amount financing 255. So okay, this is more realistic. So you got 24 years and 1 month left. This looks like this might be some kind of multifamily. So you're close to the water. I don't like the double lines and I don't like the wires over the house, but it is in a area close to the water, which that's nice. And looks to be all updated, which is also nice. I do like that. Well, it seems like it's a townhouse. Let me see. I don't know if this is a townhouse or not. Yeah, okay. Townhouse. Okay, so they probably have association. Okay, not bad. 55 a month. I look in townhouses though. They seem like they're I don't like the outside. We gotta find a house I like before we get off the call today. Find a house I really like. Go back to San Diego. Or let's go to San Antonio. Check out San Antonio, Texas. Seem like they got reasonable prices. Hey, there's a lot of houses in San Antonio for sale. Okay, 2 car garage. Got some grass there. 3.69% interest rate. 149 down. 233 a month will be your payment. FHA loan. So you will have mortgage insurance. I want to do VA. I don't want FHA. Oh, okay. You can pick it based on your down payment. Okay, we specify the type of loan. Okay, you can. Okay, so let's do only VA loans. Nice. So by switching that, I can only look at VA loans, which is better because then you don't have the mortgage insurance. Okay, let's see, 360. I like the brick. Looks like a nice house. Nice backyard. Yeah, I really like that a lot of the homes are turnkey and ready to buy. Um, Everything we've seen so far. Yeah, like look at this. If you were to compare this to San Diego, 530, that'd be like a nice condo downtown. Here you got this big old house. Kind of older though. I don't like that one. Got 130. But I'm glad that people are responding to the funding lab and they're learning. These are things that I've learned over the years being in the industry. So the goal is to pass this information along and try to help people on their journey so that if they want to buy something, they can get the best deal possible. Okay, so we got VA loan, 3.88%. 19 years and 3 months left. Down payment 164, and our payment is under 2,400 a month. Let's see what's this house looking like. Nice house. Office in there, bedrooms, carpet, backyard with grass. I like that. Oh, it got billiard hall, tennis courts. I don't know about that. Might be a little hot. San Antonio. But yeah, it looks like it has a nice neighborhood, indoor, outdoor. We got any more up to date? 365. Ha! Check him out. He got the Snoop Dogg doll in the back, or I guess you say statue, not doll. Really clean photos. Yeah, what I do like about San Antonio, everybody has a backyard. That's really cool. What other states did we miss? Actually, let's go to the thing on the map. We had a map down there. So we did Arizona, did Florida. Let's do Atlanta, Georgia. Thinking of all the cities that people like to move to. Hey, Atlanta has a bunch of real estate out there. So out in Decatur, older style home, big backyard. Not bad. Like the wood floors and stuff. Yeah, not bad at all. Let's look at the term. Okay, so raise 3%. We put everything at VA. Gotta put down 343 to get this one. So just over a quarter of acre of land, built in the 1962, two-car garage, 3 bedroom, or 3 bathroom, 5 bedroom, excuse me. And 24 years, 11 months to go. So it's not bad. Oh, it looks like you can get pre-qualified from them as well. Um, but if you are already pre-qualified, you may call and give them your pre-qualification. Trying to see if any questions at all. No questions for anybody. Let's see. Virginia, Houston. Houston's another city people want to move to. So VA 3.75 rate. You only got to put down 34 grand for this one. Your payment is 35.82. Two-car garage, single family, 3.5 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms. They do have an HOA on this one. Not a fan of HOA. Had a bad experience in my life, but this house is turnkey and ready to go. And that's what I do love on hardwood floors. smaller backyard. Not a fan of that, but I do like that it's newer. Yeah, so California looks like they go all the way to Oakland. Shout out to my friends out in Oakland. I think this one right by the airport. And the house has definitely changed once you move states, man. So 2.625, more of a bigger down payment, got HOAs. Taxes are not bad. Yeah, I think that's per month. It has per month. 3 bath, 4 bedrooms, 49.19 for your payment. So I want to look. Let me see something. Current. So here's your difference. So current mortgage rates, and this isn't including any points or anything like that. You're looking at an FHA 5.981%. I'm assuming that's with perfect credit. VA is 5.675%. This is after the announcements. Now, obviously, you got to verify USDA 5.942%. So once you actually apply and they pull your credit, they'll tell you exact rate and cost for these. I'm not a licensed loan officer, but I did it for many years for big banks. I understand how it all works. But the hack here is you don't necessarily have to deal with any of this stuff. But when it comes to the interest rate, you do have to apply for a loan to get approved. But if you're able to assume the mortgages that we're talking about, um, everything is completely different from what you have here when you look up those particular rates. Matter of fact, let me see something here. How would it be different for us with a rate of 2.625? What is the okay? 2.625
What do you call it? YouTube video and then short, like not a short,
versus rate of
yeah.
said VA is 5.625% interest rate. So that's a different rate altogether. Yeah. So that's a different rate altogether. So with the rate of, and then we got to look at the loan amount as well. So with the loan amount,
I purchased his notebook because when they did all the
all right. So big difference in payment. show you.
But I could, so, um, now, I, 3 months off, I need to be one. So now I get them all. She often wants that, so we're just working on it. And so, that's what I
All right, so outline 25 years at 1 month, got a rate of 2.625%, loan amount of 638,774. So monthly payment 2893.31 versus the current rate of 5.676%. So that's 4,000 a month. So if you were to take a existing rate that you see today, try to buy the same house, put down the same payment, it's a big difference in your monthly principal and interest. And that's what you got to think about. That's why this is such a game changer. Um, like I said, if you need a realtor or a loan officer, feel free to reach out to me directly. I'm happy to help with anything like that. I'm not licensed anymore, but I understand the industry. I understand when there's an opportunity. That's the whole purpose why I made the funding lab is because I want to teach techniques like this to people so that you can use these strategies so that you win at the end of the day. It's not about me, having all the information for myself. If I learn and I don't teach other people, that's just a selfish thing, and I don't want to do it. If you like to join the funding lab, I'll put the link to join in the description of this video. And I love that we're building here and this movement is successful. We got several members in the group now, and every week I feel like we're growing and we're helping to um, help people move on to the next level. So you're welcome to join us as well. But that's really all I got for you. I got the link for this. I have the link for our school community. Get yourself in the room. Join the school community. It's a lot of like-minded people. We have investors. We have just people that want to buy their first home. But we have people all going the same direction to try to grow and improve. And it pushes you to keep pushing, keep stepping your game up. You don't need to make this walk alone. We could walk hand in hand together, and we could make changes. Because the only way we can make changes is if we are the people to do it. We can't wait for the banks. We can't wait for the government. They're not going to help us. We got to help each other. So I extend my hand out to all of you. So if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Um, put something in the comments or look me up on Instagram. It's Senator Porter on Instagram. And this, I'd like to adjourn our discussion today for this workshop for our Funding Friday. I appreciate you all. Peace and love.